Hello everybody and welcome to another episode. In today's episode I'm going to show you how to replace the glow plugs on any Suzuki Grand Vitara with the engine 1.9 DDIS. So this method which I'm going to show you guys today, it's working for almost any car out there, but in this episode I'm going to show you how to do it on this car. So the glow plugs on this car are located right here under this plastic cover from the top of the engine, and I hope you all can see it. Right here is the bracket for the first glow plug. As you can see, this is the first one, and you'll have 3 more under this plastic. And to remove this plastic, you want to be able to remove it if you don't remove the throttle body. So this is the throttle body along with the pipe which is connected to the EGR valve, and you'll have to disconnect the throttle body. Right here I have all the screws which I already removed, and I will show you guys where everything goes. And as you can see, you'll also have this hose from the top of the engine and this connector. You'll have to disconnect this plastic connector. You'll have to use something sharp to release the clip, and after that you can put it away. Then what you'll have to do is to remove this pipe. You'll have to remove the metal bracket, and you'll have to remove this hose from the pipe. Then in the last you'll have to remove this pipe also, which came from the turbine. You'll have to remove it. You'll also have a metal clip which you'll have to push in order to make this pipe come out. So then, as you can see, you'll have 2 big screws which are mounted right here. So those 2 screws are holding the throttle body pipe mounted to the EGR. So you'll have to remove those 2, and after that you'll have 1 more behind the throttle body. So you'll have then 1 more right here. I hope you all can see it very good. So right here it's a nut. You'll have to use a 30mm socket to remove the nut. And after that you'll have 1 more right here which is holding this metal pipe. Then after that, after you remove all of these screws, you'll have to remove 1 more screw which is connected to the hose which is coming from the air pipe. So as you can see, the throttle body is located right here and it's installed to this pipe. You have to remove the screw to release the connector from the pipe. And you'll also have 1 10mm screw which is holding the connector mounted on the throttle body in the same way. Then after you remove all of these screws, you'll have to remove the connectors. You'll have 1 connector right here, and after that you'll have 1 connector which is ground right here on this sensor from the pipe. After that you'll have 2 more screws which are holding this cover mounted to the engine. You'll have to use a 10mm socket to remove those 2 screws, and after that you'll have to remove everything apart and lift this plastic cover up. So from here, just follow what I'm doing. As you can see, I removed everything, and now it's time for us to remove it completely from the engine and put it away. In this case, I'm also going to clean everything. After I'm going to replace the glow plugs, I'm going to clean the EGR valve along with the throttle body. So if you decided to replace your glow plugs, I also recommend you guys to clean the throttle body and also the EGR valve. Just make sure you don't lose the seals or the washers which goes between the EGR valve and the throttle body, because if you lose them, the engine will start making weird noises, the engine will start losing some pressure between them, and this is not good. So just take that in mind. After that, as you can see, after I removed the throttle body, now I'm able to remove the plastic cover from the top of the engine. You'll just have to lift this metal pipe a little bit, and after that the plastic cover will come out from its place very easily. And as you can see, this plastic cover is looking very good. If you want, you could replace this rubber from under the plastic cover, but if you don't want, it is not a bad idea to let it like this, because it's not really affecting with anything. So as you can see, this is how the engine is looking after remove all of these things. This is how you'll have to do it in your car in order for you to have access to the glow plugs. And as you can see, this is the first glow plug right here. You'll have this plastic bracket on each glow plug, which will help you to push the connector out from the glow plug. And as you can see, this is the second one right here. Then you'll have the third one right here. And in the last one is right here. Just to make sure you don't break the plastic covers or the plastic brackets from the cables, because if you break them, it will be very difficult for you to push them back and to also remove them from the glow plugs. So just make sure when you're doing this kind of job. So all you have to do now is to remove each of the wiring from the glow plugs and put it away, because in this way you'll be able to put your socket over the glow plug and remove it. To remove the glow plugs, you'll have to use a 10mm socket with some extensions, because the space is so tight, and you'll have to use an extension to remove the glow plugs. So from here, just follow what I'm doing. I recommend you guys to clean the area before very good, because you don't want to have any dirt or debris left inside there, and when you are going to remove the glow plug, the dirt will go inside the engine. So this is not good. I recommend you to take some pressurized air and clean the area very good. And after that, I also recommend you guys to put some WD-40 over the glow plugs, because in some cases they can be very stuck into the engine, and in the worst they can also break. So if you break one of the glow plug, I'm not sure if you will be able to remove it. There are only some specialized shops which will help you to remove them, and which has special tools to remove the glow plugs broken inside the engine. So you'll have to be very careful. So in my case, this is the first glow plug which I'm going to remove, and this is also the hardest one to remove, because as you can see, it's coming out very hard. I also sprayed some WD-40, but also the glow plug came out very hard, and it gave me some nerves, so it was a little bit scary for me to remove it, because I didn't want to break it, but eventually the glow plug came out and everything was good. So from here, just follow what I'm doing. Okay everybody, so as you can see, the glow plug came out. It was a little bit difficult, like I said, but eventually it did came out. So this is how it's looking. So those glow plugs has never been replaced in the last 4 or 5 years, something like that. This is what the owner told me. So this is why we decided to replace them. And also the owner told me that the car was struggling to start, especially in the cold mornings. So this is why I recommend you all to replace the glow plugs. And if you still have some troubles, if you still have the problems with the cold starting, I also recommend you guys to replace also the relay. So you'll have also a glow plug relay which you'll have to replace, depends on car to car where it's located and how expensive it is. The glow plugs which I'm going to install today on this car are made by Bosch, so this is a very good manufacturer for the glow plugs in special, and I also recommend you guys to buy from it. And if you have a bigger budget, I recommend you guys to buy glow plugs from NJK. So the NJK is the best manufacturer out there for glow plugs and spark plugs and so on. So from here you'll have to figure out which one is best for you, and depends on how bigger it's your budget, you'll have to figure out which one it suits best for your car. So as you can see, I have right here some special paste which I'm going to put on the new glow plug. So this is a very special paste. You'll have to use it on injectors and also on glow plugs. You'll have to put it over the screw, over the threads, and you'll have to put it almost to the tip of the glow plug. So just follow what I'm doing. You'll have to put it like this, and after that you'll have to spread it all around, because this paste, what it's doing, it's preventing the glow plug from rusting in the future, and it also helps it to run smoothly inside the engine. And also when you are going to replace it in a few years, the glow plug will still be in a very good shape, and you'll be able to remove it very easily without risking of breaking it inside the engine. So you'll have to do it like this. You'll have to buy it from any auto parts store. They will show and they will know what they should give you if you are trying to do this job. After you're done spreading the paste all around the glow plug, you'll have to put it back in the engine. Just make sure one more time you are not putting some dirt inside the engine. Just make sure the area is cleaned, and after that you can go ahead and put it back in the hole. So at the beginning, I recommend you go to tighten the glow plug by hand. You'll have to put the tool over the glow plug, and in some cases, if you have enough space, I recommend you all to tighten it using your fingers. But if you don't have enough space, you'll have to put your tool and you'll have to tighten it by hand, just to feel when the glow plug is going smoothly inside it, because you don't want to overcross the threads. You'll have to put it using your hand. You have to put it very slowly, and after you feel that the glow plug is putting some resistance back, you'll have to take your dynamometer key and you'll have to tighten it to 15 Newton meters each. So you have to tighten the glow plugs for this car in special to 15 Newton meters each. After that you can go ahead and remove the rest of the glow plugs in the same way as you did for this one. So as also, this glow plug is ready to go, it's installed, it's replaced, and this is how you also have to do it in your car. So as also, I was doing it very slowly, just to make sure I'm not breaking it or I'm not overcrossing the threads. So as you can see, in this moment I replaced all the glow plugs and I only left it the last one. So in this case I left the glow plug from right here, from the first and from the top of the engine. So the first one when you're looking in the engine from this way, and as you can see right there is the hole. I also removed the old one, and I hope you all can see the hole. I also want to show you guys how to install this one, because this one is the most difficult, because the area it's so small right there, it's so tight, and it's a little difficult to put the glow plugs inside. So as you can see, this is the new glow plug. I'm going to put some paste over it, and also I'm going to show you guys how to put it in the engine. In my case, I used a magnet tool, I used some long pliers, and eventually I was able to put it back in the engine. And I also tightened it to 15 Newton meters as I was doing for the rest of them. So eventually I was able to install the last glow plug on this engine. So as I told you earlier, this is the most difficult one, because the space is so tight and you don't have room to put your tools and also to put your hand and drop the glow plug inside the hole. but if you are able to do it, if you take your time, you'll be able to do it like I did right here. So as you can see, I replaced all of the glow plugs, and from here all I have to do is to put back the wiring. You'll have to push back the connectors, and after that you'll have to assemble everything back as it was before. Thank you all for watching. If you like this video and found it informative, please leave a like and a comment down below. See you next time.